Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim, and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So, from amigurumi to weaving and everything in between, if you like crafting and being creative, stick around. I think you're going to like it here. Let me apologize for my voice. I was teaching kindergartners for 2 days, and this is what I get. So, I don't always sound like this. For those of you that are coming back and you have been here before, welcome back. And hopefully my voice will be better by tomorrow. But this is what happens when you try to talk over 16 6-year-olds. So for those of you that often share coffee with Kim, do I look any different? Can you tell anything different? My grandson is here. He did take his sweet time, but oh my goodness. I'm not sure I can say everything that's in my heart right now. When I first of all, it went from concern for my daughter. Okay, I was worried it was taking a while and, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it was, okay, he's here. So I had to see her. I had to see my daughter, make sure she's okay, because I'm mom and she was, top priority forever. So they get her all ready and the baby all ready and he's all bundled. And so my son-in-law comes down and I was so happy. It was her father and his wife, her grandparents, and then me. And my son-in-law came down and said, okay, Kim, you're first, let's go, because we could only go in one or two at a time. So the feeling I had, we get up to the door of her room and I'm like, okay, my whole world is about to change. And it sure did. I opened that door and there's my daughter and I look at her and I'm like, okay, she's okay. And she's got this look on her face. Like I expected her to look tired and worn down and, exhausted. And she looked exuberant. She was glowing. And she looks at me, she goes, he's kind of cute, isn't he? And I was just, I can't. It was amazing. But I made sure the first thing I did was I kissed and hugged her, because she's always my first heart. But then this beautiful, oh my goodness, he's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. His little face, his little teeny head. So there you go. Everybody who's been waiting for the announcement, he's here. My grandson is here and I am officially a grandma. So welcome to Fortunate Creations with Grandma. No, I'm not changing the name, but and I do apologize for my voice, but I really did want to come on and talk to you guys today. I will make it short because I know this is annoying. So share a cup of coffee with me real quick and then I'll be on my way. I got to clean the house anyway. So this is about my fourth cup of coffee, I have to admit. I've been working on my projects from the book. So I shall show you. Hold on here. I keep trying to clear my throat like there's something in it, and there's nothing in it. All right, let's see. Where are we? So while waiting yesterday, I completed this one. Of course, I had to jazz her up a little bit. So there she is. Now it's not for a child. It's just going to sit on a shelf. So I went and hot glued the eyes on. And I know that this little guy doesn't have a mouth, but I really like the smile. And of course I had this hat and some jewels and, so that's their version. So then I had to change it up a little bit. Oh, their version is all single crochets and it is a total of 23 rows. Okay. My version, where does hat go? I just had it. Where does hat go? Oh, for goodness sake. Anyway, oh, there it is. So this is my version. You can see he's a bit smaller. Okay. My version is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rows. Okay. 12 to 14 rows. I got to count them, but he's a little bit different. And he's half doubles instead of single crochet. And this one, the tentacles, actually you make separate and sew on. With mine, I kept the yarn attached and I attached it right to the bottom. So I will have a tutorial for that coming up. And again, I had to put a mouth on. I need them smiling. And I put a little hat on it. So, a little Easter bonnet, if you will. But it does come off. So I have that I did. And I am working now on the table centerpiece. So I'm only a few rows into that, but I'll be working on that today. I'm actually waiting for the text from my daughter because I promised her I wouldn't just come to the hospital today. I told her I would wait until she reaches out because, you know, she's got a lot going on. She's learning how to be a mom. I'm so proud. And her husband, he'd be talking to somebody and all of a sudden he'd look over and his whole face would just melt and he'd smile. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to cry again. I said to Mr. Fortunate, he woke up about 2 hours after me. And I'm like, good morning. I've only cried 3 times this morning. So, yeah, that's it. I am a grandma and I am excited. So these are what I'm working. I think he's adorable. And, you know, I couldn't just make it plain. I had to jazz them up a little bit. But this is their pattern to the T. I just added. And I hot glued the eyes on because I know, you know, it's not for pets or kiddos. It's just going to sit on a shelf. So quite a difference in size, you know. And I stuffed them, instead of using the stuffing material, I stuffed them with scrap yarn. Like I do all of my stuff like that. So there we go. So that is what's going on in my world. I know this is a super short video, but I've got so much going on and I don't want to cut it short in case she texts, you know. So let me just make sure I've got you all caught up on everything. I think I do. Because we talked about those other books. Oh, and by the way, I have a few more books coming. Apparently, I won another auction. I mean, it was only $7. It's fine. But apparently, I have more books coming. In my defense, I did not bid on any new ones. I just won the ones that I was bidding on. Turns out there were a few more than I thought. But whatever, I'm having fun with them. And hopefully we're going to have fun with them because we're going to be remaking projects from each one of these. So it's really fun. I enjoy the nostalgia of it. Like this one's a bit more modern. It's like from, what did I say this is from? 2014. And all the others are like 1984 and back. So you'll get a difference in feel. You'll get a difference in, you know, maybe we'll find some processes that have changed over the years as well. You know, like, hey, we don't do that stitch that way anymore. We do it this way or something like that. So yeah, so I did start the stitches in that book from my mom, and I left it in the car. But I figure, so each chapter, like chapter 1 is single crochet and all the things you can do with single crochet. Like it's single crochet and chains, single crochet as a border, single crochet. So I'm going to make one swatch to start with from each one of one pattern in each chapter. So right now I'm working on double crochet chapter, which is chapter 2. I just like the whole setup of the book. And plus it was Mom's book. So there we go. It's nice to just take a minute and breathe. So quick story. Yesterday, I came home from the hospital and I recorded Coffee with Kim, which I didn't think I was going to do because I thought I wouldn't have time. But, all the nurses and everybody are saying, go home. You got plenty of time. She's not even, no progress. And against my better judgment, I came home, which is about 45 minutes from the hospital. So I came in here, I'm recording. Well, my phone, I forgot I had turned the volume off because I was in the hospital and I didn't want to disturb my daughter. So I turned it off and I didn't realize I had gotten a text from my son-in-law that it's go time. So I literally made a 45-minute drive in about 32 minutes. I'm like, I gotta go. And I grabbed whatever shoes were at the door. I grabbed my purse. I'm surprised I remembered my phone. And I flew. I broke every traffic law. And it just goes to show that I'm right. When it comes to my kid, my gut is what I'm following. I'm not listening to the nurse. I don't care if I have to sit in a parking lot for 7 hours. I don't care. I'm doing what I think is right. And I should have done that. I mean, I made it back in time and everything was fine, but still, I wanted to be there. And they shouldn't have told me to leave. So don't listen to anybody else anymore. I called my girlfriend on the way back to the hospital and I'm ranting and raving and da-da-da-da. And then I realized she was eating her dinner. This is Luba, if those of you that are with me often, So I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry I'm interrupting your dinner. She goes, no, I can eat my dinner and listen to you be crazy. Or listen to you lose your mind, something like that. It was funny. But made it back. All is well. All is good. And on to this chapter. So excited. Trying to think, what can I make him? What can I do? What toys can I make him, So I did find something online. Do you remember when we were kids or when our kids were born? It's like a plastic, like a tube, and then you put different circles on it and it makes like a pyramid. It's just plastic circles. I found a crocheted version of it so the little kiddos can grab them and they're nice and soft. I might try that. I'll put it on the list, right? Because I don't have enough to do with all those books behind me and all the books I still have coming. And that's all right. It just means we will be sharing for a long time to come. I was going to, and I might still put up a short video of it. The river has come up. Our yard is missing again, and the river is right up. Almost as far as it was last time I showed you. So that means up north they got a lot more rain than we did, plus the rain we had. So it stacks up. And Fritzy and I went to go outside and play. For those of you that don't know, Fritzy's my dog. And we went to go outside and play, and his whole part of the yard is underwater. So he's looking at me like, what happened? So he will have to wait to go play. I mean, we can go out, but he can't go play in his yard. So, all right. Well, that is Coffee with Kim this morning. I do have a ton of stuff to do before my daughter texts. I'm still looking to see if she's there. So, again, thank you for having coffee with me. Thank you to everyone who has been wishing well and waiting for updates and patiently listening to me be wild about the process. So I thank you all. I thank you all for coming back. If you like the video, please thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. My goal is 1,000 subscribers by May 1st. We're getting there. We're at 917, I believe. So thank you all for spending time with me, and be creative. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.